Today's horoscope, Aries, April 24th, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. With today's Sun-Pluto square, there can be tensions over matters of respect, ownership, or methods. It can be a time when people are touchy, sensitive, and defensive, and they may not readily accept help or your input in this state. However, through intense interactions, you might feel the motivation to be your best. Indeed, with some self-honesty, you might uncover desires you didn't know you had. It may be better to accept that your feelings and beliefs are not necessarily going to harmonize with those of others just for now, and then try to work around that idea. It might also be wise to look for clues on managing your resources better. Rocky energy is lying ahead of you today. Truly, it is best to try to unplug and focus on yourself. The mighty Sun is inching toward a clash with powerhouse Pluto, which is never an enjoyable energy to experience. This ensures that you or your sweetheart could be on edge. Power struggles crop up during these periods, especially if there's an imbalance of control in your relationship. You or your lover could feel threatened and defensive, ready to go your separate ways. Don't feed the negativity. Find the angel within. It is time to change the way that you view your self-worth and financial opportunities. You can transform your outlook once the Sun in Taurus squares Pluto in Aquarius. A few different things might trigger this transformation. Someone in your greater professional community could say or do something that illuminates where you stand. Either their success or their perspective of your success will encourage you to change your outlook on your value system radically. It might be intense, but this could be a necessary change for you to grow as a professional. Your usual groundedness and balance is a saving grace during times of troubled waters, and when a challenging aspect occurs, it's time to hold on to what makes you feel secure and not let go. If you sense conflict with your loved ones or your boss, give yourself the benefit of isolation and distance. Keep your feelings close to your heart and move through this difficult period with the self-assurance that a solid health regimen can give you. Pay close attention to your body. You are not going to feel like making any serious commitments on this day. This vibration favors and encourages a lighthearted and fun-loving atmosphere. Enjoying things as they happen and in the short term bodes well under this essence. If you are feeling any pressure to make a commitment to something in either your personal or professional life, you would be wise to wait another day or two. Handling things like this will be much easier for you then. At the same time that Venus and Saturn are already crossing the lunar nodes, and this is already putting the spotlight on their policing of how well you know when to keep your work hat on and when to take it off, they are joined by the moon. In the heart of the working week, this will bring the message home, while at the same time, days away from a major coming together of forces on the income and job fronts. This is a timely reminder to pace yourself. Making it important to find the right balance is having Mars back in a playful and creative part of your chart. At the same time that Mars is spending his first full week back in your romantic sector, Venus is spending her last back in a nostalgic and reflective part of your chart. When Venus returns to Aries next week, the planets of love and passion will almost immediately connect, but for now, as Mars works to break new ground on the romantic front, Venus is still taking your heart on a nostalgic trip down love's memory lane. Daily Planetary Overview. Today, you might notice a shift in your mental clarity, a subtle but powerful sharpening of focus. Complex situations that once felt overwhelming now seem more manageable. You find yourself craving mental stimulation and seeking out conversations, topics, or projects that challenge your intellect and expand your understanding of the world. Whether it's diving back into a subject that's long intrigued you or finally picking up that book or podcast you've been meaning to explore, your mind is hungry for knowledge. And the best part? You're not just absorbing information passively, you're eager to explore, question, and analyze, driven by a genuine desire to grow. This thirst for understanding arrives at the perfect time, because today's cosmic landscape is urging transformation. With the Sun in grounded Taurus squaring off against Pluto in visionary Aquarius, there's a cosmic nudge, maybe even a push to take a deeper look at who you've been and who you are becoming. This aspect brings a kind of inner tension, not to shake you up in a chaotic way, but to encourage you to step out of your comfort zone and confront the parts of your life or yourself that are ready for an upgrade. If you've been clinging to a version of yourself that no longer fits, this is the moment to lovingly let go. Just like shedding an old skin, you might feel vulnerable at first, but it's all part of making space for something more aligned with who you are now. Change isn't always easy, but it can be incredibly rewarding. Think back to a time when you took a leap of faith. Maybe it was changing careers, moving to a new city, or even ending a relationship that no longer served you. At the time, it may have felt uncertain, but in hindsight, that change likely brought new strength, insight, and clarity. This is one of those turning points. Your energy is high, and your confidence is unmistakable right now. You're motivated, not just by ambition, but by a deeper desire to take ownership of your path and make progress in areas that matter most to you. This is a beautiful time to take those first steps toward your goals. Talk to the people you trust, your closest friends, your family, or your partner. Share your ideas, even the wild ones. You'll likely be met with encouragement and support, perhaps more than you expect. Sometimes, just saying your dreams out loud gives them momentum. But remember, transformation isn't just about grand gestures. It's also about showing up consistently and keeping your word to others and to yourself. There may be moments when your enthusiasm outpaces your ability to follow through. If that happens, don't be hard on yourself. Just take a step back, reassess, and recommit with intention. Being aware of how your actions affect those around you helps maintain trust and harmony in both personal and professional relationships. Communication is key, especially if emotions are heightened. Speaking of relationships, the energy today supports emotional openness and connection. If you're single, you may find that your authentic self draws others in, especially those who resonate with your values and sense of purpose. And if you're in a relationship, this is a great moment to deepen your bond. Organize something special, have a meaningful conversation, or simply show up fully and be present. Emotional honesty now can lay the foundation for long-lasting intimacy. Financially, the stars are in your favor. Opportunities could surface that lead to greater stability and even abundance. You might come across a smart investment, a business idea, or simply make a savvy decision when managing your money. Trust your instincts, but also take time to assess your options thoughtfully. Your clarity and confidence will guide you in the right direction, and if you need advice, someone trustworthy is likely to offer just the insight you need. On the physical front, if you've been putting off exercise or self-care, today might be the spark you need to get back on track. Your energy is not just mental, it wants a physical outlet too. Whether it's going for a walk, stretching, dancing, or returning to a favorite activity, moving your body will not only boost your mood but also align your energy in a way that feels grounded and powerful. This is your reminder that your well-being is just as important as your productivity. So take a deep breath and ask yourself, what are you ready to release, and what are you excited to welcome into your life? Is there a version of yourself you're ready to say goodbye to? And what would the upgraded, more aligned you look like? Share your thoughts in the comments. What's shifting in your world right now? What steps are you taking, big or small, toward becoming your most authentic self? Your story might be the exact encouragement someone else needs today.